So let's begin with some existential dread. So here's a study slash computer model that was done by two scientists that were estimating our chances of catastrophe in the coming decades. And they said essentially there's only a 10% chance we don't get hit by a hammer by 2040. 10%. That's all. And look, these aren't conspiracy theorists on BitChute talking rubbish. These are credited university scholars from, I think it was Chile. The major factor that they pointed out was our level of resource consumption, especially concerning the rainforests around the world. We are a parasite, just consuming and consuming and consuming without a genuine care in the world. But it's going to bite us in the ass at some point. This isn't Star Trek. We don't have infinite resources. In the article, it says consuming at this rate will lead to irreversible damage to Earth's ability to replenish itself. Irreversible damage. 10%. So moving on, slather on the lube, pull down your pants and grab your ankles. Earth's climate is undoing its belt. Do you remember the ITCP report? Do you remember the Paris Climate Accord? Do you remember COP whatever, COP 26, whatever? I remember. Look, please understand that it's all just talk. There's no actual actionable plan to get us to where we need to get. And this is the result. Another year where we failed this planet. Another year where we put the nail in our own coffin. Worse, there's no chance it'll improve in the near future. Due to the war going on right now, I'm not even going to have to mention it. Most European countries are firing up their coal burners again, starting up old coal power plants or natural gas power plants. What do you not understand about this situation, man? We're finished. We're sleepwalking to collapse with our iPhones in hand. Okay, here's an interesting one. The huge brewing generational war. I believe when the younger generations look up at the older generations with anger, contempt, and resentment, then as a society you are in big trouble. The youth inherit what they are given, so if they feel short-handed, then sentiments like this come out, and they create a big divide that has big implications. Are future generations going to sacrifice their finances to pay for the boomers' retirement or social security? I really don't think so. The generational divide is horrible right now, with the biggest divides being in economics and political beliefs. Economically, the youth feel that they're held hostage by the elders' ownership of the housing market. There's no young person I know that feels that they can get on the housing ladder, and the big cause of that is most elders, enacting NIMBYism. NIMBYism being not in my backyard. So there's not enough of a supply of new houses being built, new cheap houses anyway. And then that's economically. Politically, a lot of the older generations have been swayed by right-wing rhetoric or populism. Let's not even get into the culture war right now regarding, especially LGBT rights. This generation divide is horrible and it's a major, major sign of collapse in my opinion. I'll just finish this video off by saying one of my favorite quotes. Societies grow great when men plant trees in whose shade they will never sit.